Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got the final game of this three-game series, the rubber match game. And leading off for the visiting Boston Red Sox is Dustin Pedroia batting. I'm playing second, batting second, playing shorts is Garcia Para. Batting third, playing third's Boggs. Batting fourth, playing first base is Vaughn. Batting fifth, playing center field is Betts. Batting sixth, playing right field is Evans. Batting seventh, playing left field is Rice. Batting eighth, throwing the catching is Veritek. Batting ninth on the mound, Bill Lee. And for the hometown Seattle Mariners, leading off playing right field Suzuki, batting second playing left Bradley, batting third playing short Rodriguez, batting fourth playing third base Martinez, batting fifth playing second base is Boone, batting sixth playing center field is Griffey, batting seventh playing first base is Sexton, and batting eighth doing the catching is Vanilla, and batting ninth, and doing the pitching is Matt Young. And let's get down here to the field and get this game started. And Dustin will lead it off, batting 222, no homers and 2 RBIs. And this is Matt Young's first appearance of the year. And in 1983, he was 11-15 with a 3.27 ERA. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. He hits it to his counterpart Boone. He makes the play over to first for out number one. And Nomar Garcia Perez up now, batting 316, no homers and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a -2 14, and that's going to be a fly ball out the center field. Griffey makes the catch for out number two rather. That brings up Wade Boggs now. Boggs batting 188, no homers, 2 RBI. And that's going to be a rare play, a 39, and a 34. And that's going to be a foul ball, strike one. So now the 0-1 pitch. And that's going to be hit down the short. Rodriguez makes the play. 1-2-3 goes the Red Sox. Top of the first. Red Sox nothing. Mariners coming to bat. Suzuki, Bradley, and Rodriguez. Suzuki's batting 188 with no homers and no RBIs. This is Bill Lee, the spaceman's first appearance of the year. In 1973, he was 17-11. With a 2.75 ERA. Here's the pitch to Ichiro, and that's going to be a ground ball down the Boggs. He fires over to first for out number one. And Bradley's up now. Phil Bradley's batting 500, no homers and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And Lee gets his first strikeout of the game. That brings up Alex Rodriguez now. And he is batting 294 on the year with 2 homers and 5 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Betts. 1-2-3 goes the Mariners. To the top of the second we go with no score. You've got Vaughn, Betts, and Evans. And Mo's batting 083 with a homer and 2 RBIs. His only hit, 1 for 12, is that home run. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Mo goes down on strikes for out number one. And now you got Betts up. Mookie is batting 111 with no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be against the lefty, 7 and a 9. And that's going to be an infield hit. Betts is aboard here. So Mookie down at first with 1 out. And Evans is up. 32. And Darrell Evans is up. They're going to do a little hit and run here. Try to stay out of the double play. And that'll be a 6 and a 6 on an 8. That's going to be a single in the left field. And the runner will get down to third. It pays off to hit and run. Now you got first and third, and only one out for Rice. And they'll play back for the double play. Try to get out of this inning with nobody scoring. And Jim Rice is batting 111, no homers and 1 RBI on the year. And that's going to be a 15. And that's another hit in the left field. And Betts will score. Evans will stop at second. And it's going to be 1-0 Boston here in the top of the second. And Jason Baratek's up now. And he's batting 143 with a homer and 1 RBI. And that's going to be a base on balls. And Matt Young has walked himself into a bases loaded situation for Bill Lee. Can Bill Lee deliver here, folks? Got a Red Sox everywhere you look. Evans at third, Rice at second, Varitek at first, and Lee at the plate. And this is Lee's first plate appearance of the year. Here's the pitch to Bill. That's going to be a swing and a miss. Young strikes him out. Now there's 2 outs, and it's up to Dustin Pedroia. Add some runs here. Bases full of Red Sox. 1 run already in. He's 0 for 1. He grounded out to second his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Rodriguez. And he'll go to short way over to second. And that'll end the inning. And the Boston Red Sox leave the bases loaded. What could have been, they're up 1-0, but it could have been a lot worse. Young pitches around a little bit of trouble. We go to the bottom of the second. You got Martinez, Boone, and Griffey due up here. And Edgar is batting 0-77, no homers and 1 RBI. And that's going to be an 8 against a 8. And that'll be a single in the left field. Martinez is aboard here. The leadoff single. And up steps Brett Boone. And Booney, he is batting .500 on the year. No homers and no RBIs. And they're going to do a little hit and run with Martinez first. And that's might not be good, because that's going to be a swing and a miss. He misses it. Now he's trying to steal. So that's going to be a -1, a 22. So 44 or lower. Edgar's got a stolen base. And what did I say? It was a 22, and a 44 and lower barely gets in there. And Dustin is screaming that the tag was applied and he was out, but the home says he's safe. Home says he's safe on a row of a 43. So Edgar Martinez with a stolen base. How many stolen bases did Edgar have? And he had 4 stolen bases. Yeah, so he's got 1 now. Now he's in scoring position for Boone. Still nobody out. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Brett Boone. And that's going to be a base on balls. Lee walks him. And now you got first and second for Griffey. Not who you want up here if you're a Boston fan. Ken Griffey Jr. batting only 125. He does have a homer and 2 RBIs, though. And that's going to be against the lefty. 21 and a 10. And that's going to be a pop-up down the third. Infield fly rules in effect. And that's out number 1. And Richie Sexton comes up to the plate. And he's batting .250 with no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be 2 balls and no strikes. Bill's having trouble finding the strike zone here in this second inning. And that's going to be, it comes back and strikes him out after falling behind 0-2. Big strikeout by Lee. That's the second strikeout of the game, and that's a big one. Now you got Dave Vale up, and he's batting, hits yet. He's 0 for 3. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. He fires over to Dustin, covering second, and that'll end it. And the Mariners strand two. To the top of the third we go. You got Nomar, Boggs, and Vaughn. So Nomar's 0 for 1. He flew out the center his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Young strikes him out for out number 1. And Mr. Wade Boggs is up. He grounded out. He's 0 for 1. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Ichiro in right for out number 2. And it's up to Mo Vaughn to do something here in the third. And Mo struck out back in the second. He's 0 for 1. And that's going to be against the lefty. 16. That's going to be a fly ball out to center field. 1, 2, 3 goes Boston. To the bottom of the third we go. You got Young due up. Then it turns over. Back to the top of the lineup we go with Ichiro and Bradley. Matt Young, his first plate appearance of the year. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And Lee strikes him out. You can see the team comparisons. Boston's 2-2 with a 202 average and a 281 on base percentage, slugging 358 and an OPS of 639. Seattle's also 2-2 and batting 230 with an on base percentage of 324, slugging 467 and an OPS of 791. Pitch to Ichiro, and that's going to be the lefty of 12, and that's going to be a ground ball down the third. Boggs has got it, fires over to first for out number 1. And Bradley's up now. He struck out back in the first 0 for 1. And not this time. He squares this one up. See where this one ends up at. And that's going to be a single in the left field. And a 2-out single by Bradley. Brings up Alex Rodriguez with the tying run down at first. Go ahead run at the plate. And Alex is 0 for 1. He flew out to center back in the first. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And that'll end the inning. And the Mariners strand 1. To the top of the fourth we go. You got Betts, Evans, and Rice due up here. Mookie, he singled, came around the score in the second. 1 for 1. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Young with his 4th strikeout of the game. And Dewey Evans is up now. And he singled back in the second. 1 for 1. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Richie at first. He calls off Matt and takes it himself for out number 2. And now you got James Jim Rice up. Got an RBI single back in the second. And that's going to be a 15. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. And that'll do it for Boston in the top of the fourth. And we'll have Martinez, Boone, and Griffey due up here in the fourth. And Eggers 1 for 1 with a stolen base. He singled in the second. And that's going to be a base on balls. And again, they're going to do a little hit and run. You can see the Seattle Mariners' upcoming schedule. They stay here at home and play the Yankees for 3 games, and then they go on the road to take on Boston. And Boone walked his first time up. Say a little hit and run here. And against that'll be a 3. And that'll be a single into left field, I believe. Single in the left field. And a runner will get down the third. Now you got first and third, nobody out in a 1-0 ball game. No play back for the double play. He didn't get down to third. Let's fix that quick here. All right, now Griffey's up with runners on the corners, and Griffey is 0 for 1 today. He popped up his first time up, and not this time. That ball is high, that ball is far. Kiss it goodbye, folks. That's a no doubter bouter. And that's a home run. Ken Griffey Jr. turns on that one and gives the Mariners a 3-1 lead. Griffey's third hit, second homer of the year. And Richie Sexton comes up now with 1 out, no outs, and nobody on. Richie 0 for 1. He struck out back in the second. And that's a baseball and balls. And Bill Lee struggling here in the fourth, to say the least. Looking for that double play ball to get out of this mess. And Dave's up. Dave grounded into a fielder's choice. 0 for 1. And that's going to be a 2 balls and no strikes. Bill keeps falling behind, and they keep racking him. That is going to be a tailor-made double play down to Nomar. Over to Dustin. Over to Mo. 6-4-3 double play. Just what the doctor ordered. Now there's 2 outs and nobody on for Matt Young. Young struck out back in the third. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Lee, though, gives up the home run to Griffey. And it's 3-1 Mariners as we go to the top of the fifth. You got Veritek, Lee, and then Dustin due up. And Jace walked in the second. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Martinez. He fires over to first as David Lando joins us here. And that brings up the spaceman, Bill Lee. He struck out back in the second. And that's going to be a rare play, a 61 and a 36. And that's going to be hit down to third. Martinez is not that great of a fielder down there, 23 and a 3. That's going to be fielding column 2. And that's going to get past him. And that's a single in the left field. So Bill Lee says we don't need no stinking DH. He's aboard with a single. And now a runner down at first for Dustin. And Dustin is 0 for 2 today. Grounded out both times as Ken Castro joins us also. And here's the pitch to Dustin. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And he's going to get the runner out at second. No, he's going to get the batter out at first. No play for Lee. He fires over the first. So now got a runner in scoring position and 2 outs for Nomar. And Nomar is 0 for 2. He's just flown out and struck out. And that's going to be against the lefty at 12. And that is going to be a ground ball down to Booney. He fires over to Richie, and that'll end it. And Bill Lee gets stranded down at second. We go to the bottom of the fifth. It's still a 3-1 ball game. You've got the top of the order due up here. Suzuki, Bradley, and Rodriguez. Ichiro's 0 for 2 today. He's grounding out the third twice. And that's a base on balls. He's aboard here with the leadoff walk. And Bradley's going to do a little hit and run here. Phil's 1 for 2. He is singled back in the third. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. And with the hit and run, they should stay out of the double play. And, yep, he'll fire over to first. Dustin will. But now there's 1 out and a runner down at second. And Alex Rodriguez is up. And Alex is 0 for 2 today. He has flown out and grounded into a fielder's choice. And that's going to be a double in the left field. Let's make sure here. It's the lefty of 13. Yep, a double in the left field. And that makes it a 4-1 ball game. It's Alex Rodriguez gets his 6th RBI of the year. Now you still got a runner down at second for Martinez. And he is 1 for 1. He has walked, Back in the fourth, came around to score. He has a single in the second and a stolen base. And that's going to be a base on balls. Edgar walks on down the first. It does set up the double play with Brett Boone up. And first and second, Boone's a perfect 1-for-1. He's walked and he singled and came around the score in the fourth. And that's going to be against the lefty. They're just starting to hit the hell out of old Lee here. That's going to be hit in the center field. And Rodriguez, with his speed, should score easily on this single. 56. Yeah, he'll score with no throw. The question is, will Martinez go down the third? He doesn't have very good speed. We'll see here with one out. 26. And then you got Griffey due up. 26. 52 or lower, they're sending him. They're going to send him. And he's out of there. Mookie Betts throws him out. So that's an RBI single in the center field. And a runner on first is going to get thrown out at third. So now you got a runner at first, 2 outs for Griffey. And it's a 5-1 ball game. And Griffey is 1-for-2 today. He's hit a 3-run homer back in the fourth. And that's going to be a 6. That'll be a 21. And that's going to be a pop up down the third. And that'll end the inning. But the Mariners scored 2 and take a 5-1 lead into the top of the 6th. You got Boggs, Mo, and Mookie due up here. So you got the 3, 4, 5 hitters. They need to make some noise down by 4 here. Boggs 0-for-2 today. And it's going to be a base on balls. Young walks him down the first. They like to see Young get through this inning. He's due up third in the bottom of the 6th. Mo Vaughn's up now with that runner down at first. Mo's 0-for-2. He struck out Lamone out. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Booney will probably get the lead runner. Yep, he'll get the lead runner. 4-6 put out. Now Mo's down at first for Mookie Betts. And Mookie is 1-for-2. He singled and came around the score in the second. And that's going to be another ground ball down the second. And again, Boone gets the lead runner. Now you got Mookie down at first and Dwight Evans up. And Dewey is 1-for-2. He singled back in the second. And that ball is well hit. See how far this one's going to go, folks. And you can forget about it. Home run, Dwight Evans. And just like that, it's now a 2-run ball game. 5-3, Boston is Evans. It's his second home run of the year. Brings up Jim Rice now. He's 1-for-2 with an RBI single in the second. Boston is right back in it, and that's going to be a swing and a miss. Young bounces back from the homer. We go to the bottom of the 6th in a 5-3 ball game. You got Richie Sexton, Vale, and probably a pitch hitter for Young after that inning. And Richie is 0-for-1. He has yet to put the ball in play. He has struck out and walked. And that's going to be another swing and a miss, so he still hasn't made contact. And there's 1 out. See what Dave can do here. He's 0-for-2. He's grounded out twice, once into a fielder's choice and the other time a 6-4-3 double play. And that's going to be a ground ball down to no more. He fires over to first for out number 2. Like I say, that's going to be it for Matt Young. He goes 6 innings. And let's see who's going to come out of the dugout here. I think Betancourt's going to come out of the dugout. Let's see what he can do here with 2 outs and nobody on. And Betancourt, his first plate appearance of the year. And in 2007, he batted .289 with 9 homers and 67 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the bogs. He's going to fire over to first. And that'll end the inning. 1, 2, 3 goes the Mariners. Now we'll see who's going to come out of the bullpen. Try to keep this a 2-run ball game. And Mr. Nielsen, I think Jeff's going to come out of there. What we got here? Got the switch hitter, a lefty. They don't got a lefty in the bullpen, do they? Well, they got Rhodes. Then you got the righties coming up after that. Let's see here. And it's going to be Soriano. It's going to come out of the bullpen. Raphael is going to come out of the pen instead. Like I say, the Mariners got a hell of a bullpen. Their starting pitching ain't great, but their bullpen is awesome. So he'll be facing Veritek, a pitch hitter for Lee, and then back to Dustin. This is Raphael's second appearance, no record, no ERA. And Jason is 0 for 1. He has walked and grounded out. And that's going to be against the righty. 27 on 9. And that'll be a fly ball out the left field. Phil makes the catch for out number 1. And Derek Lee will go 6 innings. He'll be pitched hit here in the top of the 7th. See who's going to come off the bench here. Raphael Devers is going to come off the bench. And Raphael, this is his first plate appearance of the year. In 2022, he batted .295, 27 homers, 88 RBIs. And that's going to be against the righty, 22 and an 8. And that's going to be a fly ball again out the field and left. 2 quick outs here, 2 fly balls, 2 outs. And we're back to the top of the order now. Let's see what old Dustin can do here. Can he get something started here? Trailing by 2 in the top of the 7th. He's 0 for 3. He's grounded out all 3 times. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Griffey. And we go to the 7th inning stretch. It's 5-3 Seattle. Now let's see who's going to come out of the bullpen and pitch for Boston here.
Uehara. Uehara.
Uehara.
And Uehara. I think that's who we're going to bring out. Let's take a look here. Definitely bringing Papelbon out. So, yeah, that's who it's going to be. Uehara is going to come out and try to keep this a 2-run ball game. And he'll have the top of the order to deal with: Suzuki, Bradley, and Rodriguez. And Ichiro's over 2. He did walk and came around the score in the 5th. And that's going to be against the righty, 27. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. Rice makes the catch for out number 1. And Bradley comes to the plate now. And he's 1 for 3. He's singled back in the 3rd. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. No more. Fires over to Mo for out number 2. That brings up Alex now. And K Rod's 1 for 3 with an RBI double in the 5th. Came around the score. And that's going to be a ground ball down the 2nd. Dustin's got it. And that's a 1-2-3-7th. We go to the 8th. Boston trailing by 2. They got the 2-3-4 hitters due up. No more Wade and Mo. No more 0 for 3. Can he get aboard here? Get something started. Nope, that's going to be a swing and a miss for the first strikeout for Raphael. Excuse me, that brings up Wade Boggs now. He's 0 for 2. He did walk back in the 6th. That's a ground ball down to Alex. And that'll be out number 2. Can move on. Start a 2-out rally here in the 8th. And yes, he can. That ball's well hit. Let's see where this one ends up at. And that's going to be a single in the right field. Mo speed. Ichiro got to it quick. He made a big turn going around first, but he motors back. So now it's up to Mookie Betts here. Runner down at first. 2 outs. Betts is 1 for 3. He singled and came around the score in the 2nd. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Betts strikes out. And that'll end the top of the 8th. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 5-3 Seattle. You got Martinez, Boone, and Griffey due up here. Edgar is 1 for 1. He's walked twice, scored, and stole a base today. And that's going to be another base on balls. Edgar doing what he does best, getting on base here. Brings up Brett Boone. And Booney's a perfect 2 for 2. And again, I think they're going to do a little hit and run, try to stay out of the double play. And that ball is high. That ball is far. And that ball is off the wall out there in right field. Just missed a homer, but it will score the runner. He was on the move. So now it is a 6-3 ball game. And a runner down at 2nd and still nobody out. As the Mariners' bats have come alive today. Speaking of that, Griffey's 1 for 3 with a 3-run homer today. And that's going to be against the righty. 23 on a 10. Yep. And that's going to be popped up again down the short. He has popped the ball up 3 times, twice to 3rd and once to short. The other pop up went over the fence though. So that brings up Richie now. And Richie's 0 for 2. He did walk back in the 4th. He struck out his other 2 times up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Evans. And Boone's going to stay put. Doesn't want to make the 3rd out. At 3rd. And Dave's up. Can Dave drive in another run? They're already up by 3. Dave's 0 for 3. He has grounded out all 3 times. And that's going to be the first fly ball. This one out to Rice. He makes the catch, though. See Boston's upcoming schedule. They leave here and go down the coast to take on the Angels for 3 games. And then they go home and play these same Mariners. We go to the top of the 9th. It's a 6-3 ball game. That's going to be it for Raphael. And let's see who's going to come out here and close it. And it's going to be Mr. JJ. Let's see who's coming up. Got the righties coming up. Yep, JJ's going to come out of the bullpen here. JJ will come out of the bullpen, try to save this 3-run game. He's got Evans, Rice, and Veritek due up here. Evans is 2 for 3 with a homer in this game, and he nails this one, folks. And that is driven down the third baseline, and that's going to be a lead-off double by Dewey. So he gets aboard here with top of the ninth. That brings up Jim Rice. How big was that run there in the eighth? The tying run would be at the plate now, but it's not. They still need one more base runner. Rice is 1 for 3 with an RBI single. And that's going to be against the righty, 25. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. And Martinez isn't that good of a third baseman, but he makes the play, fires over to first. But the runner will get to third. So now you got a runner on third, 1 out. And obviously that run means nothing, so they'll play back. And Jason Veritek's 0 for 2. He did walk back in the second. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And Boston's down to their last out here. And you know who's coming off the bench. It's going to be Mr. David Ortiz. Big Pappy's coming off the bench here. See if he can make this a 1-run ball game. Against JJ. And David is looking for his first hit. He is 0 for 10. Can he do it here, folks? And nope, that's going to be a base on balls. I don't know how smart that was. His run wouldn't have meant nothing. I'd have challenged him. If he hits a homer, you're still up by 1. Now it brings the tying run to the plate. And can Dustin deliver here? He is 0 for 4. He is grounded out 3 times and flown out. And here's the pitch to Dustin. And that's going to be a pop-up. Where at? That is going to be a pop-up down the second. Boone waits for it, makes the catch, and Seattle hangs on and wins this game 6-3, folks. Looking at the scoreboard. Scorecard, rather. And the Mariners 6 runs on 7 hits. Very productive. And no errors. The Red Sox 3 runs, 7 hits, and no errors. Dwight Evans had a fine game for Boston. He was 3 for 4 with the homer and a double. Red Sox were only 1 for 6 with runners in scoring position, left 7 men on. And how about Mr. Brett Boone? A perfect 3 for 3 today, folks. Ken Griffey Jr. gets his second homer of the year, and the Mariners made hay when they could. 3 for 7 with runners in scoring position. Only left 5 men on base. Bill Lee, the spaceman, goes to 0-1, 6 innings, 6 hits, 5 runs, 5 walks, 5 strikeouts, 1 homer. And Eureka comes in, 2 innings, 1 hit, 1 run, 1 walk. And Matt Young picks up his first victory of the year. 6 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, and a homer. Raphael comes in, 2 innings, 1 hit, 2 strikeouts, and JJ gets his third save of the year. 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Let's take a look at the leaderboard and standings here in the American League. The Yankees are 2 games up on Baltimore and Toronto. And Boston and Tampa Bay are both 2.5 games back. And in the Central, the Tigers are a half a game up on Cleveland. KC is a game back. The Twins a game and a half back. And the White Sox 2. And out west, the Rangers are a half a game up on Seattle, 2 games up on Oakland, and 2.5 up on the Angels. And Granderson's leading the American League with a .545 average. 2 Indians with 4 homers apiece, Tomey and Ramirez, and Tomey with 8 RBIs on the year. And the ERA leaders obviously are going to be at 0 this time of year. And everybody's tied with 1 win. And JJ just took over the save lead. He's got 3 saves on the year. And Jim Thome leading in the MVP voting and Palmer in the Cy Young. The next game on the channel will be a National League game. Let's check it out and see who will be on the channel here. So it'll be the Colorado Rockies going up against the Houston Astros. I'm not sure if that pitching matchup will be true or not, folks, but it'll be Colorado against the Astros, and I think it's a 4-game series. There's 1, 2, 3. Yep, 4. I definitely don't think it's a 5-game series. Nope, a 4-game series between these two teams, Colorado and Houston. I want to thank David Lando, Ken Castro for stopping by today. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, folks. It doesn't cost a dime. Hit that bell for reminders, let you know what's going on. And on your way out of the rainy Seattle, Washington, hit that like button and leave a comment. Till next time, y'all have a great day and take care.